We got a suite upgrade to a junior suite for the next 4 days. It's the last 4 days at our hotel here in Durrës, and I thought I'd come out and sit on the deck and enjoy a little bit of the local Raki that I bought, and a little water chaser. But yeah, it's been a nice stay. The hotel, it's brand new, so it has a lot of really neat stuff. Of course, it's clean and perfect that way. Visually looks great. The staff has really been very accommodating. They have a pool that I've been taking advantage of. I'm not like an Olympic swimmer or anything, but I go and swim a little bit in the pool and do a little exercise in the pool for some water resistance. I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to work with a physio, or well, that's what they call it here. It's like essentially an athletic trainer. And I told her I was having, this chronic back pain, and she at first did a massage, and in the massage she was testing me because I told her that I'd had sciatic pain according to the doctors, and I wasn't sure if that's what I was continuing to have, and she said that based on the way I was responding to the things that she was doing to my legs, she felt like it was not sciatic at all. And then she said, "Have you ever heard of the SI joint?" And I, being from medicine, yeah, I've heard of it, but I really didn't understand what that meant. She said that she felt that my SI joint was slipping, which is the joint between your hip and your back, down around your sacrum. And of course, after talking to her, I went and looked it up, and I was like, wow, this is interesting stuff. Never knew that this was a real condition that I had to be concerned about. But it kind of pissed me off also that I had to hear from an athletic trainer in a foreign country, no less. I went to the doctor 4 times, and every time I came away feeling like it's all in my head, or it's nothing important. They never sent me to a specialist. I had to request to have them do a CT of my spine where they did not find anything. And I just feel like I've been having pain for more than 10 years. And in that entire time, nobody identified that I had a slipping SI joint, and I had to hear it from an athletic trainer. I don't know, it just kind of makes me think that, maybe American medicine isn't all that it's cracked up to be. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, she recommended that I do some exercises, and she gave me the massage, and then afterwards said, "Hey, I'm an athletic trainer. I'd be happy to teach you some stuff." So I've gone to 2 sessions with her, and boy, I won't lie, I'm not in the best shape, and any kind of workout would make me sweat, but these workouts have been pretty rough on me. I get a good sweat out of all of them. Just the stretching. The stretching has been hard. I can't believe how stiff I am. Today we did some calf stretches and some hip stretches, and she's like, "Do you feel it in your hips?" And I'm like thinking to myself, I don't feel it in my hips, and the reason why I don't feel it in my hips is because I can barely stretch my calf enough to straighten it out. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe how tight I am in these legs. I knew I was, and that's why I was going for massage, but I couldn't believe just how limited my flexibility was. So I got some education from her, some I guess a couple of workouts. Each workout takes about a half an hour. It includes rolling to kind of stretch out the muscles directly, and then do the exercises, and then afterwards do stretching to help again stretch out the muscles. And I feel like it's a good program. I've worked out enough times to know that what she was recommending and telling me makes perfect sense, and so I trust everything that she came up with. She said she wants to see me back in October, because we'll be back in Albania around October. So we'll have to make a trip to Durrës, because I think we're planning, I think, to be in Tirana, but I can make a trip to Durrës just to see her. She's a sweet girl. She's not a girl anymore. She's a mother of at least 2 and married a couple times, and it was kind of funny getting to know her. Her name is Agnieszka, and getting to know her. She has a bit of my mom's personality. She's Polish, and she's very straightforward, direct with her comments, and also things that, just subtle things that my mom would do that she does as well. So it might be, you could say it's cultural, but my mom is German, she's Polish. It could just be European culture, I don't know. But they're both kind of the pint-sized, women. So maybe it's more the pint-sized European women. I don't know. That's just a thought on my part. But they both have a little bit of they're like little dictators. They tell you what to do, and then when you're not doing it right, they're like, no, do it this way, do it this way. Now, Agnieszka was kinder than my mom ever was. But I've developed, I think, a good friendship with her. So I'll definitely come back to Durrës to see how she's doing. She said something today that was alarming and then also gratifying at the same time. We were talking about our ages, and she said, "Oh, I'm so much older than you." And I said, "You can't possibly be that much older. I'm 55. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 64." And I was like, "Really? That's not that much older. It's only 9 years." And she said, "It makes a huge difference." And I knew exactly what she meant as soon as she said that. She was referring to the difference between the ages, and physically she's no longer capable of doing the things she was doing, because she said at my age she was still riding competitively. She's a cyclist. That was her career, as a cyclist, an athlete. And she said at 55 I could still race and beat people, and now I can't keep up. So it was horrifying and gratifying at the same time. The reason why was, it was horrifying because I was like, well, that doesn't bode well for my future, right? I'm gonna slowly degrade till I'm no longer able to keep up with even where I am now, which is kind of disappointing. But I'm hoping to improve that with some exercise now. But at the same time, it was gratifying knowing that we made the right choice to get out of the house and get out and see the world in this 10-year period, instead of waiting when I'm 10 years older at 65. I mean, I just don't know whether I'd be able or capable of physically taking on the demands of the travel. It's already, there's certain things that have come up already that suggest to me that I have to kind of hold back on the things that I want to do. Things that affect us much more dramatically now. The heat really makes a big difference. When I was young, I used to just revel in it. I could have been out in the heat all day, or the cold all day long. Didn't bother me. Now the cold definitely bothers me, I know that, but now the heat is here, and I'm like, well, maybe we got to find more milder climates and just try and stay in the mild climates instead of the heat, even though it brings all that sunshine. We can have sunshine in other places. We just maybe respect it more on the days that we don't have rain or other clouds or whatever. Not take it so much for granted. The other things is just I sleep a lot more now. I can't do the pace that I was doing. I was sleeping 4 to 6 hours and working a 12-hour shift, and now I just can't do it anymore. So there's just things that I have to take into consideration. We get invited out all the time for coffee and for drinks. All right, so coffee I can do. I can do coffee up until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No more coffee after 2 or else I'm up all night. But the drinks, we're never going to be out at the bar at night. It's not happening. If we are, it's only because we're there for dinner. That's the only reason. We're not going out for drinks after 9 o'clock. I'm not such an old man, but I am an older man. So I'm just not interested in being out there with all that, with all the young people and socializing and having to yell over loud music in the background you can't even hear. There's no point in that. I can meet people during the day and socialize with them during the day, and I'm not worried about the nightlife, which is good to know. Well, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. It's just that I was out here enjoying the Raki. I'm going to go ahead and have another swig of it. Now, I have learned that if you sip on it, just a little sips, because they'll pour a little shot glass for you. If you just take sips, that means that, well, it's kind of like it doesn't mean this, the way that they appreciate it, or the way that it has the meaning of, let's put it that way. If you sip at it, it means that you're going to hang out with them and spend some time with them, to talk or whatever. If you just drink it real fast, that indicates to them that you're in a hurry because you have somewhere else to go. Now, some people said that that's rude. I don't know that it's necessarily rude, because I've seen older men, like, they'll come up, they'll be offered a shot, they'll take it real quick, they say their little thing, and then they're on the way. So I don't think that it's necessarily rude, except for maybe if it's somebody you're just meeting for the first time. But I think it's something that just the sipping means you're going to stay. If you take it real quick, they know that you got to go. I think that's probably more likely with how the meaning goes. If I were to guess, I haven't really asked an Albanian specifically those questions and whether, the nuances of it. But that's kind of my take on what I've perceived since I've been here. I guess this will be kind of the last time I get to talk about Albania. We're going to be moving on to Montenegro in just a few days, and I'm looking forward to seeing Montenegro. It's further north, so it should be a little cooler, which is actually a good thing. It's been getting pretty hot here. It was around 100 the last couple of days, and it's just too hot to be out in the sun during the day. It's literally takes your breath away, but not in a good way, the bad way, where it takes it literally out of you. I had a ring of sweat today that ran all the way down here, and my shirt was like glued to me, and that was just from walking to 25 minutes away and back again. Now granted, I did a workout on the other side, so maybe that helped too, but I also drank 2 liters of water, so it's hot. So maybe further north we'll feel a little cooler. The hotel further north, I'm hoping it'll be closer to some places to eat. Peter hasn't been feeling up to walking too far at times, and so we've been eating at the hotel, and unfortunately that's like 1.5 times what we can find by cost in other places. So I would like to be minding our budget a bit closer. That is Muscat Raki, which is most of the Raki in Albania is Muscat, which is the white grape. They make others, it's a bit more sparingly. And they do have, if you're a tourist, you'll see in the tourist places, they'll have them different flavors. All they've done is taken the inexpensive Muscat and flavored it. It tastes good. I've had a couple. There's a couple that I like. There's one that's anise. I like that one. And I like the honey one. They taste good. It's definitely takes the bite out of it. I mean, the Muscat doesn't taste that great, until you've had a couple, right? It tastes better after a couple. That's what everybody says anyway. I say that too now. All right, well, that's it for this segment. Hopefully you've enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. I feel like it's liberating. Till next time.